Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brad with Escape Plan Overland. Today, I just want to show you a quick little video about the Morrflate 4-tire inflator deflator kit along with the Morrflate FiveSix Compressor. There's a lot of content out there about the Morrflate 10.6 compressor, which is the twin compressor which rivals the ARB twin. However, not a lot of content on the 5.6 compressor, which is just a single compressor. However, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with the performance of this compressor. And so I just want to show you a little bit about that. We did a short recently, and it did fairly well. Had a lot of interaction on that post, and so I just figured we'd make a short little video, kind of show you how it works, demonstrate it for you, tell you my opinions, show it to you in action. So I keep my 4-tire inflator deflator in this bag. It does not come in this bag. It comes in its own case. However, I just like to organize my stuff in as few bags and boxes as possible. This stuff lives in the back of the Jeep at all times. So the compressor in here, this is my recovery bag, but I keep the hose kit in here along with all my other various bits of recovery gear. The compressor in this bag as you can see, it is a very, very beefy, heavy-duty compressor. Comes with the connection for standard airline on the compressor itself, so no need for adapters or anything funky there. It also comes with the traditional alligator clips, clamp onto your battery, provide power, on and off switch. The 10.6 does have an advantage that you could mod this to have the same feature set, but the advantage that the 10.6 has is it does have a pressure cutoff solenoid on the compressor itself. So if you shut off the airflow, leave the compressor running, it will shut itself off. This one does not have that feature. It will continue to run, so you do have to manually work the power switch, maybe a little bit more than you would like. But again, guys, this airing up, I mean, really, we're talking a matter of a few minutes. It's not that big of a deal. There's a lot of arguments out there that the 4-tire setups, you can air up. A lot of people say you can air up all 4 tires at the same time. It's just going to take you 4 times as long. There's some truth to that. I don't fully buy into that theory. There's a lot more benefits you get with this. One of the benefits I'm going to show you first is I just rotated the tires on the Jeep. I rotate all 5. We can do another video on the reason for that at a later date. I know it's another controversial topic. The spare that I put on has less air than the rest of the tires. So I have 3 tires at 1 pressure and 1 tire at a lower pressure. And I'm just going to use just the hose kit to equalize the pressure in all 4 tires to start out with and show you how that works. When all 4 tires are connected, airplane, super cool. Okay, so when you're airing up or airing down, you have all 4 tires connected. The air pressure between all 4 tires is going to equalize. So they're all going to be exactly the same, no matter whether you're airing up or airing down. You have 1 gauge you're looking at, everything's connected to it. You can see what the pressure is. You can stop it where you want to, airing up or airing down. That to me is a huge benefit versus bending down at every wheel, every tire when we're at the trailhead, either way, and trying to get that pressure right so that all the tires are equal and balanced. With this, you don't have to worry about that. To me, that time savings alone makes this kit worth it every penny.
So as you can see here, I have different pressures on a couple different tires. Now it's cold, it's been sitting, so 31, 32, 32, and 27. I'm not going to use the compressor at all. I'm just going to connect all 4 wheels with the 4-tire inflator kit and let them equalize out amongst themselves.
Alright guys, so you can see here the gauge has equalized, no more movement, which means all 4 tires are of equal pressure. Now I will say this, there's a discrepancy between, oh, there we go, just moved a little bit. There is a discrepancy between this gauge and the TPMS sensors on the Jeep itself. Here we're sitting at 27.5, roughly, inside the Jeep. Inside the Jeep, we are showing 31, 32, 32, 31. I don't know about you guys, but that's absolutely close enough for me. Typically what I run on the Jeep is about 30 to 32 reading on the TPMS sensors on the Jeep itself. So that's where I like to keep it for normal day-to-day, daily driver use. All right guys, so now that we have the 4-tire inflator setup, hose setup, installed, attached to all 4 tires, all we're gonna do now, the tires are equalized, so we're good there. I'm gonna go ahead and air up to get the pressure to 32 on the gauge, just to show you how fast we can deflate the tires. And then I'm gonna show you how fast we can reinflate them. I'm gonna air them up to 32, we're gonna air down to 15 pounds, and then we're gonna air back up to 32. And we're gonna time it. I will fast forward the footage in post, so you're not sitting here waiting, but I will put a timer on the screen so we can know exactly how long that it's taking us to do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the compressor set up now. All right guys, so as you can see here, we are sitting right at about 32 PSI. The Jeep thinks we're at 36 PSI, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna go strictly off of what this gauge is saying today. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna kill the airflow, disconnect the compressor, and this is super sweet, guys. This is the valve, okay? So once you have all your tires connected and you want to deflate, you're at the trailhead, all you're gonna do is pop it. Take a look, let it equalize out for just a minute. Okay, we're almost there, 17.7, a couple more pounds. Alright guys, right there, 15 PSI, 15.1, 15.2, and that took us just over 2.5 minutes to air down to that. Once you get your tires hooked up, which takes all of about a minute to get this out of the back of the Jeep and get it hooked up, 2.5 minutes, you're ready to rock and roll down the trails for the day or for the weekend, whatever you're doing. So now I'm gonna go ahead and crank the Jeep back up, get the compressor hooked back up, and we're gonna air back up to 32 and see how long that takes. So far, sitting right at 31, another minute or so. Alright, so it's been about another minute. As you can see here, guys, we are sitting right about 32 PSI, 32.3, 32.4. The tires are equalizing out amongst themselves right now, but that's right about where we are at according to this gauge. And that took about 9 minutes, I think. I will, like I said, have a timer on the screen to show that for sure. But, guys, it's fast. It's super fast. If you get to the end of the trail, ready to get back on the road and head home, in under 10 minutes, you're back inflated, ready to go. That's a no-brainer, guys. It's awesome bit of gear. It works great. Had no issues. Been using it for quite a few months now, and I have no complaints. A lot of guys opt for analog pressure gauge. The digital one is cool for me. Yeah, it takes batteries, you see there, but keep an extra pack of batteries in your recovery bag. It's not a big deal. You're never going to be leveled out. What's cool is once you get everything disconnected, you bleed the air out of the line. At that point, the gauge can shut off, because the gauge does automatically come on when it's pressurized. So once you get everything disconnected, bleed the lines of air, you're then able to turn that gauge off and you're good to go. From that point, as long as the gauge isn't pressurized, it's not going to stay on in the bag accidentally, and then the bag will auto shut off. So that's it, guys. Pretty cool bit of gear. I'm going to go ahead and air leak back down to where I like to keep it, because I don't roll around like that. That's too bumpy on the highway for me, so. On this gauge, I find that if I rock it at right about 27, that's good for me. The Jeep registers that as something like 31, 32. But 27 on here is what I usually go to when I'm airing up. And that's what is good for me, my wheels, my tires, all that good stuff. Chalk test, there's plenty of videos out there about that, but that's where I like to keep it. So let me equalize that, make sure we're right about square. And that's that.